What's up out there in the Chivaverse? All the Chiva folk will be on the road. See you in a little while with the details. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Latinoamerica, and all you Chiva hermanos and Chiva hermanas around the globe. All you mothers and misters, Chiva brothers and sisters. Welcome to We Goat You Live. We're transmitting directly from La Perla Tapatio, home to the most glorious of teams, el Club Deportivo Guadalajara. Bienvenidos todos a We Goat You Live. ¿Cómo están todos, everybody out there in the Chivaverse? Let me extend my greetings from myself and my co-host, Gaby Silva. ¿Cómo estás, Gaby?
Hi, Chiva hermanas and Chiva hermanos. So glad to be back here. It's been a minute. I hope you missed us because we sure missed you. A lot of exciting information as usual, a lot of Chivas talk. And as you can see right here, it says Chivas TV. So we are official. And this is the show that we created, Chivas created for all our Chiva hermanos outside Mexico that speak mostly in English. That's why we're speaking in English, but we can speak Spanglish, English, Spanish, whatever it is, because we speak Chivas. So welcome everybody, and everybody that's starting already the conversation in the chat. Welcome to We Go To Live. And this is where I would say, Alfredo, how are you, my friend? But he couldn't join us today, but we send him all our love, and we miss you, Alfredo, and see you next week. Back to you, Robert.
Thank you so much, Alfredo. Yes, we miss you. We miss you, my brother, with all that stats and details that you will be able to give. But I know that from a distance, you're throwing all that Chiva vibe right back at us. And don't forget, you could see us on Telemundo, on all of their social media platforms. And let's get down to it. Everything is coming up roses this week, Gabi. I was just telling you that this is the first week that has been stress-free for me. I think I don't have any extra canas this week in my mustache. But what do you think? What happened? What did we see there? What was going on?
Well, I mean, it's been a very hectic, crazy week and a half or something like that. We haven't seen each other since Clásico de México, am I right? So it's been Clásico, we faced Toluca, we faced NECAXA, and now we have another game this Friday against Puebla. So it's been crazy. But as my good friend Robert would say, glass half full, and I think it's fuller than normal. I don't know what you guys think, but we are happy. We are on the happier side of the Chivas panorama, I guess you could say, because it was not looking good, and we know that, and we've been talking about it. We've been very honest about it, but it's looking promising, and we're going to talk statistics in a little bit, but we are like close to being in the top 8. I know it's not ideal, but I mean, we're getting right to the play-in positions. As in 2 weeks ago, we were not even close. So we're going to start talking about this, Robert, right? But I think we have some words from our coach. Am I right?
Let's check him out. What did Milito have to say about the match?
Veníamos de un partido donde todos sentíamos o imaginábamos que lo podíamos haber hecho mucho mejor. Y hoy era un partido clave. Jugábamos en casa, necesitamos hacernos fuerte en casa. Creo que hicimos un muy buen primer tiempo. Hemos marcado los 2 goles con situaciones muy claras para hacer algún gol más. El segundo tiempo, su gol tempranero los metió a ellos en partido, y nosotros, de alguna manera, por la dinámica en la que venimos, nos aferramos mucho al resultado. Nuestro deseo de querer ganar los partidos hay momentos que hay que jugar con mucha mentalidad y hay que jugar con mucho corazón, y cuando no se puede con las piernas hay que jugar con mentalidad fuerte, y si no con el corazón, y si no con lo que toque. Y estamos en esa situación, y bueno, contra el calendario nosotros no podemos modificar. Es lo que hay y jugamos, competimos con los jugadores que están disponibles. Ojalá que podamos recuperar a los chicos que están fuera, porque los necesitamos. Pero bueno, queda un partido más, después ya tendremos una semana más larga para poder recuperar esa frescura que en definitiva es lo que te hace también, o te ayuda a estar más claro y a jugar mejor, en definitiva.
Boom. I love the
Boom.
way he's looking at it, right? Look at how many games, you just said it. How many minutes is that, that they have been continuously playing, and we still have a doubleheader basically this week because we're going against Puebla. No? So, Gabi, first, I'm going to let you have the floor. What was your impression of this 3-1 at the Akron? Because I'm bubbling over. What about you? What do you think?
I'm bubbling too, and I'm happy. And you guys, that I am usually the most like of the three of us. But I'm happy for the first time in a while. We were talking about how Chivas was very into the game the first 20 minutes, and they had the ball and they had opportunities, and they would try, and the ball was not going in, and the rival had won, and they scored, and game over. But I think this time was different. Actually, all the times Chivas attempt to score, they did. And I think it was a pretty obvious exhibition of what the youth in our team can do. And that speaks volumes, in my opinion. We're going to talk about this in more depth in a minute, but I mean, just look at the three players that scored against NECAXA. Milito is having a lot of confidence and trust in these very young players. Call it strategy, because probably we don't have a lot of options on defense, but still, Hormiga is now top scorer right now from Chivas with 5 goals. Santi Sandoval is scoring, and now we had a debut with Samir Inda. We're going to talk about him, of course, because also we're going to talk about what Milito said about the youth. But it's looking promising in the sense that we have a lot of more options that we had in the past, and it's showing. And these fearless young players that it seems, we always talk about this specific comment about, it's like they've been playing in Primera División like forever, and they're so fearless, and they do. And also, again, if you talk about youth and experience, what Romo, Gobea, and Ledesma are also doing inside the pitch, we are talking, I mean, it's Jornada 11. I know we should be talking about this in week 2, week 3. I don't want to say it's too late. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to say that. But we are starting to look at a very compact team with very clear objective of defense, midfield, and strikers. With Hormiga, we have Romo that is going up and down the field. Richie Ledesma, we've seen Efrain Alvarez also with a very top game. So I am happy. I don't want to say that this is going to be, and we're going to go with flying colors to playing and Liguilla. I don't know that right now. We still need to win against Puebla to try to be in the first 8 positions and play-ins, right? One game at a time. But right now, it's looking good. I think since Clásico de México, I mean, if we take out the game against Toluca, yesterday was a very good exhibition of what the team can offer, what Milito has in the table, and what the structure that we are seeing from our Chivas right now. I'm sorry. Sorry for the podcast, you guys.
Hey, man, you overbubbled.
I'm sorry.
No, Gabi, you're saying it. I was going to say this. I couldn't have said it better. The kids are starting this part. We've been talking about this for like 2-3 years, you and I. and Alfredo. We've been talking about the youth. We've been talking about the youth. They're coming up. They're coming up. This combo that you mentioned, though, of youth with the veterans, this was pretty good.
Yes.
I mean, there were times, though, I have to say, and I can't translate this, guys out there. Everybody in the Chivaverse, I do not know how to say, me pusieron a parir chayotes, okay? It was horrible. There was some moments, where, well, NECAXA was all over us. Remember, when Indra came in, we were still winning, but we were only up 1 goal.
Yes.
Okay, so when Samir came in and he scored that magnificent goal, we were just talking to Kike Noriega about that. He came in at a super pressure point moment, and the kid just acted like it was, it was a practice. He blew us away, man. I couldn't say anything. I mean, truly, I felt one of my gray hairs turn black. It was like that.
Your gray hair is turning black again.
Yeah, I was like Benjamin Button, But let me ask you this though, Gabi. Haven't we been seeing this since day one? And what's been missing is the goal.
Yes. And that is why I've been like, wah, wah, the entire season, because and maybe that's why I have a lot of gray hairs as well, because we've been trying. And every single attempt, it was frustrating because it was the crossbar, the goalkeeper that suddenly becomes Superman against Chivas, or just a miscommunication between the strikers and the midfield, right? And it's been not enough luck from our team. Probably, I don't want to speak about the referees or anything, but it was just a continuous sense of, oh my God, what is happening? But, and again, I don't want to be like all cheerful and saying like, yeah, we got this. I one game at a time. But what we saw against NECAXA was exactly that. The times we had the opportunity to score, we scored. And that is the difference, because then NECAXA had to like do a completely different strategy from their beginning, when they were like over and over us, because we were, as you said, we were only 1 goal ahead of them. And suddenly all these substitutions and all these changes happened, and Chivas was again on top of their game. So I again, I don't want to say it's too late or anything like that. No, don't get me wrong again. But I think we're finally seeing that perfect combination, not only on the starting 11, but of the choices that Milito has on the bench. Because the minute they go in, it's like a completely different game, in the sense that, of course, there are different players, of course. But it's like, okay, like we are going to 2.0, the strategy that we had at the beginning of the game. I also have to highlight what Diego Campillo is doing. Like, my goodness, he is all over the place. And I love his game. But again, how many times have we highlighted so many players in one single game? Like, of course, we have the 3 scores. We have Romo, we have Gobea, we have Richie Ledesma, Efrain Alvarez. Like, if you can count every single performance of every single player, they're only high notes at this point. So I like what I see. I hope it's enough for us to get in playing situation, and of course Liguilla, but I think it's looking good. Again, sorry for the podcast.
No, we need to let it out. And we're not celebrating everybody out there, okay? But it was as if the pressure was let out of the pressure cooker. And I really do feel that we could see different Chivas, but let's take the other way. Will Milito, once he starts recuperating all of his vets, will he put them in? That's the question, no?
And yes, that is another talk, because we are seeing a game without Guti, without Piojo. So what does that could mean one thing, and that is what I want to see. Like, we don't depend in 1 or 2 players only for us to be able to do great things. You know what I'm saying? And that is good. And we were lacking that for a long time.
It was definitely, yes. It was a pressure cooker, I said,
Yeah.
Letting it out. And before Toluca, if we think about it, we were only minus 4 goals. So our defense, although it had its ups and downs, we were only minus 4. And if you guys look at it, it's not to, justify what happened, but you could see what happened in the last match Toluca just had as well. Just
And
take a
the
look at the stat.
yesterday's match.
Yeah, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say
Match?
it because that's going to be like if we were, part of that. So
No, 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 no.
anyway, let's talk about Puebla. All right.
Yeah.
So what's going to go on in Puebla? I think we have the starting lineup. Do you have it there, Gabi?
We have the
Let me see it.
call-ups. Who
Let me see
who
it.
has been called
Yes,
up?
the call
I mean,
ups. Perdón,
we have 21 players that are going to make the trip. I think they already are traveling to Puebla, but we have Raúl Rangel and Oscar Wally, Miguel Gómez, José Castillo, Brian González, Miguel Tapias, Gilberto Sepúlveda, Diego Campillo, Luis Olivas, Luis Romo, Rubén González, Omar Gobea, Samir Inda, Richard Ledesma, Efraín Álvarez, Isaac Brizuela, Santiago Sandoval, Kate Cowell, Alan Pulido, Deon Wilke, and Armando González. Those are the 21 players that are traveling to Puebla for week 11. It's week 11 or 12? It's 12, right? Sorry. I have, week 12. Is it?
I think it's 11.
Week
I'll
11.
check it in a second.
Yes, there you go. Thank you, Marcelito. Week
Yes.
11. So, what do you think? Is Chivas currently in a good mindset, Robert? Because again, we are only one win. I don't know if depending on other results, I don't know. But one win to be able to be in the top 8. That means that we are in play-in positions at the moment. Are we motivated? Are we in the correct mindset? What is it right now in Chivas?
I think that against Puebla, it will be a good test too, because Puebla has not been playing. You know, they're going through a rough moment as well, just as we are. So it would be a good way for us to cement that, and that's what we were talking about. If we can get those 3 points, we're on the
Yeah.
way to the. Is it? Yes, it's eighth place. If we get 3 more points.
If we get 3 points, we could potentially be talking about 8th position in the general table. We are currently with 11 points. It's not that bad. But again, we are aiming right now, considering that we had a very rough start, we are aiming right now to be able to be in the playing situation. And Puebla, I mean, they're in the 18th position. It's not looking good for them. Unfortunately, we're not talking bad and ill about them. But that would, statistically speaking, be in our favor, right?
Yes. Well, stats are they're tricky, they're so tricky. Because before, in the old days, Puebla would never beat us, when I was a youngling, so I don't know. And plus, if they're in that kind of a position where there's nothing to lose anymore, I think we're going to be facing a cat with their, against the wall type scenario. So I don't know. I don't like to think that any of the teams are less or more than the others. You know what I'm saying? So Puebla just tied against Pachuca. Okay,
Yes.
they tied 2-2.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if we think about it, and they're going to be on their home pitch, they're just barely surviving. So I think that we'll be able to bring back the 3 points. I just hope that Milito will keep this starting lineup. I love the people that he set up this match. So if we start like that, and then he can make his changes, because I know that Piojo is coming back.
Yeah.
Right? If Piojo's back, he needs to be on the pitch. So who would be the person that we sacrifice?
No, Piojo is not even in the call-up.
Isn't he back?
No,
Isn't he
no,
better?
No. Not yet. No, he's not.
Oh, no, I was thinking of the DLs. Yes, the DL list.
No, he's
I was
not.
just reading that. Okay,
No,
so
no.
then we should be starting the same 11.
I think so. And again, I think Puebla at this point has nothing to lose, but a lot to win. I mean, if they have in their pocket winning against Chivas, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, every team always brings their A game when they face us. So let's just be cautious and hoping that they can do something different or the same thing, rather, that they did against NECAXA, which worked perfectly.
Or better. So we can get that. We need to get our numbers back in the goal department so that if it does come down to the play-in, we have a better position.
Before we get into the next topic, I just want to acknowledge everybody in the chat because this is what Alfredo did and he's not here right now. And I feel like you guys are like over there. So hi, everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Marilu, of course. Curtis. Who else is here? Alex García Velázquez. Te lo voy a decir en español. Somos un programa de Chivas, pero que hablamos en inglés para nuestros chivermanos que hablan en inglés. So, hi, welcome, and enjoy. José Ledesma, hi, José. Carlos González, again, Marilu. Barajas, oh, thank you. Yeah, so thank you, everybody, for joining. And we do this every week, and it's in English, and it's fun, and we are nice people. So, yeah.
And there's so many new people on the chat. Did you notice?
A lot of new people, yes. That's why I wanted to say, like, hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. So, okay, enough of that.
Shout out to all you guys.
Shout out to everybody, and where we can watch this game.
I'll tell you. Where to watch, my brothers and sisters in the Chivaverse. Liga de Expansión, Week 11, Friday. That's tomorrow, everybody. So perfect scenario. It's 9 p.m. Mexico time, Central time. You do the math. I love that, Gabi. Everybody do your math, keep the brain working. In Mexico, you will be able to see it on Azteca 7 and on Tubi. Tubi. Guys, throw the Chiva vibe there. We got to win this. We got it. Puro final. Final against final and gets final. Gabi.
Yes, sir.
The floor is yours, my friend. Let's do it. Chivas Femenil.
Yes. Because we're also very happy with our chingonas that have 3 wins in a row. That I know we can say right now that Chivas was from less to more from the beginning of the season. It was like a roller coaster situation where wins and losses and wins and losses. And right now they have like a winning string and this is good. Clásico de México was flawless. León. And they just faced Chivas Femenil, and it was also a win, no goals conceded. Again, my queen, Denise Castro, did it. And Jocelyn Montoya with a tremendo golazo. Yes, I said that in Spanish because I don't want to take away the glory from that golazo. So we saw very good and interesting things about that. But first, let's go to Mr. Antonio Contreras and what he thought about the game.
Con 3 victorias, ahora un poquito de descanso, que hay un pequeño descansito ahí, que las semanas son un poquito más largas, ¿vale? Y luego nos toca Mazatlán, que aquí no queda nada por hecho, hay que jugar el partido, pero sobre todo hoy, aparte del resultado, muy contento por lo que tú acabas de decir, ¿no? Por esas chicas que han llegado, que dan la cara, que aprovechan sus minutos, pero el trabajo del equipo al final, junto con las jovencitas que dan la cara, que aprietan, que se dejan el alma, ¿no? Y hoy pues también ha debutado una chica como es Alvarado con 17 añitos, ha jugado 90 minutos y pues me gustaría estar en su piel hoy porque he visto una niña disfrutar y una buena futbolista que Chivas tiene que cuidar, que la parte que me toque le voy a cuidar, que se cuide ella también, pero yo creo que se ven cositas y están apareciendo, pero todo en su momento. Así que feliz por ahí, feliz por el resultado, feliz por las jugadoras y feliz por encontraros caras nuevas aquí también que hace falta. Gracias.
There you have it. That's what he had to say. He's happy. We know that he is a very expressive coach for our Chivas Femenil. And yes, we have to highlight Robert. We were talking about Samir Inda, who made his debut with Chivas with a tremendo golazo as well. And now we have Valeria Alvarado on Femenil side. So remember that we have to have this minutes to the youth players. But she did flawless, and she played the entire 90 minutes of the game. She had passes. She had like possession of the ball. She did great. And again, it looks like she's been playing in Primera División like forever. So very happy for our Chingonas. They are currently in the 5th position with 23 points. And they are only 3 points away to be in the third position of the general table. So we are talking about our Chingonas. We're talking about what they've been doing, and even I think like 2 weeks ago we were talking about like, hey, like yeah, let's get those wins. Let's get those points because we need to be on the top of our position. Now it's happening. It's a reality. Our Chingonas are potentially in the first 4 positions if they win against who are they next? Mazatlan Femenil. If they win, they could be potentially in the first 3 positions of the general table. Robert, what did you think about that game?
I was going to ask you real quick about those stats. So, what do you
Yes, sir.
think? I'll throw this back at you. Will the stats play in favor of our Chivas 9-1 record against Mazatlan?
I think so. I think so, and I think in femenil, it's almost every time it happens. Like every time we have those kind of statistics of, hey, we've won this kind of with this number of games against this team. It almost every time happens, and I think right now they're also in a very good mental state. What Denise is doing, I think we're seeing a new generation of fearless strikers that what she's doing and what Licha now Licha is assisting her, which is very cool to see. Of course, Caro Jaramillo doing her thing, Jocelyn Montoya with that incredible banger, like she always does, actually. But I think right now it's more on the Chivas side to just keep that confidence and that good game. Um, Striking wise, I think we're good. We are in good hands with Denise Castro, if you ask me.
And now with Alvarado coming up as well. So
Yes.
I think that it's just, I love this new team, but I am surprised. I was surprised by the last 2 matches. Really. And surprised happily because we saw another side of the Chivas. And now that you mention it, that we see Licha taking another role, perhaps that's what was happening during these matches that were like topsy-turvy, up and down. Maybe Licha was trying to find that place. And everybody was expecting Licha to be the Licha of always, and she still is. But
She
now
still is.
she's taking on another role.
But
Right.
I think sometimes as Chiva Hermanos and Chiva Hermanos, sometimes we just rely on one single player to do all the work. And that is not humanly possible. And so I think that Licha is doing her thing, of course, and flawlessly and spectacular as always. But to have the opportunity to see players like Denise Castro, like Jocelyn Montoya, Boyi Turbide, like there are also more options in that position that could, like Contreras has a lot of play up front. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's good to see that. And again, Licha, she could be the top scorer of Chivas this season and the next season and every season. But if she finds also that kind of play where she can insist and she can play that 1-on-1 with the tops, the forward, or just being the 2 points, it could be Denise and Licha, and they can play with each other. Like we are talking about a completely different game and game changer, actually. So I think we can expect very, very interesting things from those 2 players.
Yes, all the greats kind of start finding their position once they start getting up in the years. Look at Ronaldo, look at Messi, look at Ronaldinho, all the great players started to move. Gabi, where can we watch this match, my friend?
Yes, sir. Of course. Where can we watch? So Chivas Femenil is visiting Mazatlan Femenil for week 13. We are in the final stages of Apertura 2025 regular season. This game is going to be on Tuesday, September 30th at 7 p.m. Mexico time. If you are in a different time zone, you know what to do. And in Mexico, you can watch through Tubi. So, yeah. I'm aiming like my chingonas are going to be for sure in the top 4 in the ending of regular season. You can save this.
Yeah.
You can screenshot me and send it to me later because it's going to happen.
They found their rhythm.
Yep.
They found their rhythm. Definitely found their rhythm. Let's now move on, talk about El Tapa and Los Subs. Why? Because, hey guys, have you guys noticed that we had like some young person destroy NECAXA's goal at the end of the match? Do you know where he was playing before? I know you know, Gabi. He was playing with Tapatio. And before that, he was in the youth squad. Since he's 13, Samir Inda has been in the youth division. And he just blew us away. Why am I mentioning him again? Because he was just recently with Tapatio. He was with Tapatio, who will be playing against Cancun FC. And I hope they bring back some points because they had 2 ties just recently.
Yeah.
Although Sergio Aguayo had a 5th goal in his tournament. So what do you think is going to happen there, Gab?
Well, it's been also kind of a tough season for Tapatio, like ups and downs. We were very much used to having Tapatio on the top of the table. Currently, they're in the 6th position of the general table, and they're facing Cancun. If I'm not mistaken, they are the 1st place of Liga de Expansión. So again, one game at a time. Sergio Aguayo currently with 5 goals, and Diego Latorre, who also scored for Chivas against NECAXA. It's going to be a tough match. Cancun is doing a great season, but I think our guys have what it needs. And again, I cannot stress this enough. Trust our cantera rojiblanca. Our 3 scores from the game against NECAXA from the Primera División were just playing in Tapatio 2-3 seasons ago. Samir Inda, like 3 weeks ago. So let's trust our cantera rojiblanca, and these guys right here from Tapatio are the next generation of rojiblancos in Primera División. So all the best for them, and also las subs, querido Robert.
Okay, the subs. Let's see, real quick. Let's see, where can we watch Tapatio play?
Oh, okay.
Venga. All right, you can see Cancun FC. Are they called the Lagartos? I don't know. I don't think so. Chivas is against, I don't know what I've never seen. Really, guys, I'm not trying to be mean, but I have not followed Cancun FC. And to see that they're in 1st division, that means they have made a great investment, because this division of soccer, the Liga de Expansión, is really strong soccer. It's hardcore, and they're really putting these youths, because we play with youngsters in Tapatio, to the test. So anyway, we can watch this on Saturday, September 27th, 7 p.m. Mexico City time on AYM Sports streaming network. Check it out, guys. Follow them. Then you won't be surprised, like when some dude named Samirin that comes on the pitch and scores after 30 seconds. Oops,
Yeah.
Right? There you go. There you go. It was beautiful. I was looking at the goalie from NECAXA when the ball went in, man. He didn't make any sort of, his face was just like that. Yeah, there was nothing he could have done, truly, with that kind of shot. But let's talk our subs. So the youth teams against Nick. Well, unfortunately, our 0-2 big time. But those guys really are strong as well. I would not be surprised. In the first
Hello?
division
Oh, we lost him. Yeah, I was afraid that was going to happen. So yeah, he was talking about La Sub 19 and under 21, under 19, under 21, and we had 1 win and 1 loss. The under 19 won 2-1 against NECAXA, and the under 21 lost 0-2 against NECAXA as well. They will be facing Puebla on week 11 as well. Robert, you're back. Yeah.
And the
I was just wrapping the subs situation.
You said, I talked about under 21s, right? We lost. That was horrible. 1-2-1. And guys, you got to look at these matches. Apart from always there, everybody who's out there is working and covering all of these matches. Really, they're beautiful. Rob's out there, Marcelo's out there, Rick's out there, and they're the ones that are seeing this new talent, man. These
Mhm.
kids, these matches are very entertaining. So
Mhm.
if you have nothing to do in the morning and you know we're about to play, like for example, tomorrow, I don't know if Puebla will be transmitting the matches, but when we play, you gotta watch them. Okay.
I think
So,
these games you can watch through Chivas social media, if I'm not wrong.
okay.
Just please,
Please,
stay
yes.
tuned. Stay tuned for Chivas official social media and also through Chivas TV. If you have a subscription to Chivas TV, you can watch these games for sure.
Definitely. And don't miss out, campeones, because it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
happen.
It's gonna happen.
Tell me your score, Gabi, so we could get out of here on a good note.
And a very good note, actually.
Okay. Varonil,
Yeah,
femenil.
Chivas Femenil won. Chivas Femenil won. Tapatio is going to face Cancun, so the best of luck for them. Chivas Varonil plays tomorrow. So, yes, it's going to be, again, a very crazy couple of days ahead for Chivas and Chivas Femenil and all the Chivas universe. Oh, we lost them? No. There you
We're
are.
gonna win. Who did we lose now?
There you are.
Here, guys, before the sky falls and a lightning bolt.
Oh,
hits us.
no.
All of you guys out there, have a beautiful, beautiful evening. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. This was We Got You Live.
Este equipo sale con mucha personalidad, apoyando, Val. Tienes un equipo que te va a respaldar, siéntate con la libertad de ser tú, de hacer lo que sabes hacer. Tienes a 10 en la cancha, otros afuera, que te vamos a respaldar. Este escudo pesa. Así que concentradas, metidas en mentalidad ganadora y mucha personalidad.